Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Stock Analysis Power Hour. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here as well. This has become a very hot and popular subject on our channel, and I want to say thank you to VV Nation for making it such. But we're gonna take it above and beyond a notch today, folks. For those of you who are brand new, what is the Power Hour about? It's all about you looking at your stocks by way of the VectorVest metrics. Is it a good stock? Is you think that it's a good stock? Maybe it's not as good a stock as you think it is. We're going to break it down for you. No news today, no anything about anything, all about you. And for those of you who are brand new, we're going to give you an opportunity to take advantage of the power of the VectorVest software for free analysis of your stocks. So you don't want to miss that. Now, I'm waiting for the alert to hit. Once it does, we're going to get hot and heavy. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear across the airwaves. Just let me know in the chat so I can make sure that you guys are wide awake, because if you're not, you will be by the end of this presentation. So let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Jazz is talking about stocks already. I know, Jazz, I got you. Palantir, I'm in it. I'm in it, and I'm happy to be in it. It's making me a very happy individual, but it's a stock that I've talked about a lot on the channel. I don't want people to think that I'm pumping the stock. I never want to pump any stock. We've got no vested interest in any stock that we talk about. It's all about today, you, and as a way of saying thank you for being here. Again, we're going to give you an opportunity to take advantage of this analysis free on your own as well, so you want to make sure you stick around for that. For all of those who are brand new to the room, I'm gonna shout you out real quick. Type a 1 in the room if you are brand new to the VectorVest system as of today. Type a 1 in the room. I always want to give a shout out to the brand new people as a way of saying thank you so much for spending part of your day with us in this session. So you'll hear me say thank you very much for being here, but you'll also see VV Nation welcome you with open arms as well, because this, folks, is truly a community. All right, and we look out for each other. We want to make sure that we help each other, lift each other up, to help you guys make money in the market. That's what it's all about. So, John, you're not first time here. I know you are not. Don't troll me. I want to give the brand new people some shine. I want to give the brand new people some shine to let them know that they are welcomed in this room today. Another thing, before we get started, if you can all take a moment to share this link. Joey's going to put the link in the room. To share this link to get more people here, because more people out there really need to know what's going on with their stocks. All right, so do that for me as well. John, hey, Glenn, are you picking us up at the airport October 4th? You know, if Dwayne wants me to, I definitely will. I'd love to come do that. So it all depends. The day, the time, all that kind of stuff. I'd love to come pick you up with Dwayne. I really would. All right. So with that, looks like the alert hit. Again, I'd love to see more people here. So if you can just take a moment to share, it'd be greatly appreciated. All right. With that, let's get hot and heavy to work, and let's get into what we all came here for, was to look at your stocks. So I'm going to start off with a listing of stocks that I put together, some of the stocks that have moved up the most in the last 30 days or so. We got Sava, we got Serve, we've got Lumen. I do like Lumen. RGC and CMAX. These are stocks that have made the news. Many of you may actually be in these stocks. Many of you may actually be in these stocks. Really, John? John says, I heard about Glenn at VectorVest. Glenn about VectorVest at Golden Corral. Sigh. You know, I love VV Nation, but sigh. People know that I like Golden Corral. Don't ask me why. I just do. I just don't like the chocolate fountain though. All right, so These are stocks that have made moves, and I want to be able to take advantage of the VectorVest system to help us to make a determination on these stocks. All right. Thank you, John, by the way. And, I want to look at things that at VectorVest we pay close attention to. One, well, let me give you the mantra of the VectorVest system. We want you to be in safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. So these are stocks that have made moves. A lot of you may jumped on board with them, but are they worth it from a VectorVest perspective? No jazz, don't get me started. Starting off with Sava, stock's price is trading at $24.69 with a value of $3.41. For those of you who are brand new to the system, we give an intrinsic value on every stock in our database. You can clearly see what we value the stock at rather than looking at the price to earnings, which could be very subjective. Depending on what the PE ratio is, some people may say it's undervalued, some people may say it's overvalued. It's very subjective. When we give an intrinsic value on every stock, you can clearly see if the stock is trading over or under its value. So Sava is trading at $24.99 with a value of $3.41, or $25 with a value of $3.41. This stock is grossly overvalued. Now, it doesn't make it a bad stock. It just means that people are willing to pay a premium to own the stock. That's not part of our mantra, but let's take a deeper look. Relative value, relative safety, relative timing, VST. These are the core proprietary indicators cast in the VectorVest system that are all cast on a scale between 0 and 2. We make it very easy to understand. If the indicator is above 1, it's favorable. If it's below 1, it is unfavorable. Relative value looks at a stock's long-term upside potential. Below 1, this stock doesn't have good upside potential. Relative safety. We all need to know if the stocks that we're getting in are safe or not. Relative safety looks at a stock's ability to meet or exceed earnings expectations quarter over quarter, year over year, because earning is one of the key ingredients that moves a stock's price higher. It's the engine that moves a stock's price. Relative safety is below 1. This company may or may not meet earnings expectations quarter over quarter, year over year. Now, we take the insight, we take the fundamental analysis, upside potential and safety, but we tie it in with the insight of technical analysis. Relative timing. Is the stock in an uptrend or not? Above 1, the stock's in an uptrend. So the stock is not fundamentally sound and it is overvalued, but it is in an uptrend. Well, that creates sort of a quandary. Well, not really. It tells me the person that's going to buy into Sava is more of an aggressive trader, not a longer-term investor. And just like that, folks, I can discern the type of stock that I'm looking at. Tie that in with the type of investor I am, I can determine whether or not I want to buy that stock or not. We take all three of these indicators, wrap it up into one indicator called the VST, or value, safety, and timing. We put every stock on the database on an even playing field with VST, whether it's a $1 stock or a $1,000 stock, to help you to make a decision. CI tells me that the stock's comfort index stock goes down more than it goes up. Look at the earnings growth is -5. Sales growth negative. I'm not a big fan of that, but for those people who are a little bit more aggressive, do you have opportunities to make money in the stock? Absolutely, but it's more of a trader stock. I just analyzed this stock to determine the type of stock it is, tie it up with the type of investor I am to help me to make a better decision on whether or not it's a stock for me. Let's go do one more. Serve, trading at $12.99, value of 63 cents. Mamma mia, way overvalued. Fundamentally not sound. Relative value below 1, relative safety below 1, and RT tells me that the stock is flat. It does have positive earnings, positive sales growth. Interesting stock. It's up 25% today, but fundamentally not sound. Not a long-term play, way overvalued. Again, for the shorter term investor. All right, so I just wanted to look at some of the stocks that were definitely moving up over the last 30 days to give you some insight on the power of the VectorVest software to help you make a better decision. All right, now let's start looking at some of your stocks. That's what you're here for. Notice as you look at the screen, you see something flashing at the bottom of the screen talking about a free stock analysis. I'm going to get into that in 1 second once we start looking at some of your stocks. So let's go have at it, folks. MLGO, type them in. I want to hear as many stocks as I can get from you today. Again, no news, none of that. We just want to look at your stocks. EQT, IESC, LRN, SVXY, NBIX, comma, PPC, comma, RYCEY, comma, TQQQ, comma, RKT, KT, comma, form, comma, boil. I like that play on a good day, comma, a net, comma, PAMW, comma, holy smokes. I got a lot of stocks. That's fine. Don't let me discourage you. SMCI, comma, TMUS, comma, ADMA. That's a stock that ADMA. That's a stock that was a multi-bagger stock that I look back at on our channel. A lot of people made a lot of money on ADMA, and the stock's still moving up as of right now. All right. So this is going to be our first tranche of stocks that we're going to look at. We're looking at 17 stocks. Now, as I go through these stocks, if there's a stock that you typed in that I have not looked at, this is only the first tranche that we're looking at today, so it's not going to be the last group of stocks. But as the day goes along, if there's a stock that you've typed in that I have not looked at, look at what's streaming across this screen. You can always go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. Folks, that is a gift to you for being here that you can utilize in VectorVest. You can get free stock analysis on your stocks for any stock that I may have missed as we go through. Now, once we put these stocks into a watch list, the magic automatically starts because the list is automatically sorted by our master indicator, VST, value, safety, and timing, all the way down. The stock that's at the bottom of the list is got the worst combination. We also give a buy, hold, and sell recommendation on every stock in our database every single day. As you can see, we do have some sell recommendations. Now, let me talk to you about the stocks that are sell recommendations. You want to be careful with those. You definitely want to be careful with those because those are going to be your problem childs. But when I look at a stock like SMCI, there are some mitigating factors. Knowing that SMCI is in the AI space, a lot of the stocks in this space had gotten beaten up. Now they're starting to rise again. We're going to talk about that when we get there. But what other stocks are here? Form, SVXY, sell recommendation. Boil, natural gas, sell recommendation. EQT, sell. MLGO, sell. Any stock that's in this list that's got a sell recommendation, folks, I'm going to tell you to keep your eyes on them. All right, let's graph through these stocks. So now, I want to look at, we're going to do this. Let's graph them all. And I've got a graph layout specifically for the power hour. Graph layout. Let's go see if I can find it. Of course I'm going to find it. There it is, power hour. Now, what I look at in this graph layout, we've got a graph layout called Star Search. Star Search will utilize two Bollinger Bands, a 3 standard deviation, 1 standard deviation, and will present us with 3 lanes, like on a highway, right? Slow lane, middle lane, fast lane. The reason why I like this layout in the VectorVest software is the ability to see where the stock's price is currently trading. I want to be in the fast lane. I want to be in stocks that are moving up in price. I want to be in the fast lane. Anything in the middle lane, I want to be careful with. Anything that's in the slow lane, I probably don't want to be in. And then it also uses indicators like DPO, the trended price oscillator, which gives me some insight on how bullish the play is. We've got a slow DPO, a 9-period DPO, and a 20-period DPO. As I look at this, IESC, why I like this layout as well is because it looks at our other indicators. Relative value. Stocks in a fast lane. I like that. Good upside potential, good safety, and the stock's in an uptrend. Good earnings growth rate, good sales growth rate. I like this play. IESC happens to be one of the top VST stocks in the database. So this is a good play as long as you're in it. If you're in it right now, I'm fine with that. If you're not, I'm looking for an opportunity to get in 12 cents higher than the high. Let's go to the next one. Wow, ADMA. Again, bottom left, top right, fast lane. Boom. I love that play. New 3-month high today. Look at the pinch in the Bollinger Bands, the breakout. Love it. Up for the last 4 days. New 3-month high. Trading at session highs. No wick at the top of the candle. Bada boom, bada bing. Love the play. Now, a lot of people in here say, is it too late to get into this stock? If the stock is doing what you want it to do, the answer to that question is no. But no matter what, you've got to have stops in place. Now, in the VectorVest system, we will give you a bona fide stop price on when to get out of the stock makes life easier for you. Let's go add that on. Here it is, stop price. I'm going to click on it. And how about it gives you a price on when you need to get out of the stock to take all of the guesswork out of the equation when you buy into a stock. Bam! What more could you ask for right there? All right, this stock, I love the stock. Definitely bottom left, top right moving, like the play. Next one, LRN, little bit of a consolidation here, broke out in the fast lane. The thing about today, I wouldn't take it because it's a down day. I never like buying stocks on a down day. I want to start off the trading on a new stock with the stock doing what I want it to do, which is go up in price. So, would I take it today? No. Do I like it if you're in it? Leave it alone until it gets to the middle lane. You don't ever have to panic sell when a stock goes down, utilizing the star search layout. Next stock, let's take a look. Wow, T-Mobile, bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom, right there, new 3-month high. You gotta love the play. Again, is it too late to get into it? Look at the trading day. No wick at the top of the candle, and you gotta love that as well. I'd look at 12 cents getting into the stock right now. LRN, same thing. Buy with 1% stop under the breakout bar low. There's a lot of different ways to get out of the stock, but you know something? If you're brand new and you want some hand holding on when to get out of a stock, how about the VectorVest stop price, which happens to be a 13-week moving average, which is adjusted for the fundamentals of the stock. The stock's got good fundamentals. Look at that. T-Mobile, good upside potential, good safety, in an uptrend, positive earnings per share, positive earnings growth. Everything I see about the stock I like. AMDA volume is trending down. But I haven't looked at the volume yet. Let's go throw volume on here, which I can. What's the volume doing end of day? It is trending lower. So I can use that as a flag. But what's the stock's price doing? I'm playing price action at this point in the fast lane, trading at session highs. I'm okay. But that's a flag. I'll keep my eye on the stock. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm going to get through these. Wow. Annette, a stock that had been beaten up. Look at the price moving from the slow lane above the stop price, moving into the fast lane. This is the epitome of jumping on something as it's moving. Look at that trend line. Relative value, relative safety, both above 1. Fundamentally sound, RT above 1 in an uptrend. Not altogether bottom left, top right, but it is in the fast lane. And look at from the high. See that trend? Look at that. Look at that downtrend from the high. And look at that. We broke above the downtrend in the fast lane. I like the play. If you're in it, good play. If you're not in it, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high. Let's go to the next stock. Good, googly muggly, PPC, bottom left, top right. Not a new 3-month high, but in the fast lane. Boom, trading at the session highs. No wick at the top. I do see, as was mentioned before, that the volume is starting to slow down, but price action is still moving higher. I use that as a flag, not as an actionable item right now to get me out of the stock. So, right now, PPC, if you're in it, good play. I'd love to see it take out the 3-month high and continue to move up, but trading at session highs today. Interesting about SMCI. We know that industry has gotten beaten down. Is this the right time to buy? Stock is currently below the stop price, putting it as a sell recommendation, but I do like the move coming off this level of support. Is it the right time to buy now? I need a little bit more confirmation. It did just move from the slow lane to the middle lane. I need a little bit more. Volume is falling. And that's why I like the star search layout to visually show me where the stock's price is trading to give me a better idea of what I'm looking for. So I'm not feeling SMCI now, but it is on the rise. This is something I keep on my watch list. Let's go to the next stock, which is NBIX. A lot of choppyosity going on, a little bit more volatility in the play. Nice move, jump into the fast lane, but very quickly pulled back. Candlestick formations gave me some red flags as we were going on. Back in the middle lane right now. I'm not feeling it. Now, the stock is a buy recommendation. Down day, wouldn't buy it today, even if it were in the fast lane. But I do like the move coming up. Not the right time today. And by way of candlestick formations, it is forming a bearish harami, which means that I'm looking for more confirmation before I do anything with the stock. Anyway, next one. Palo Alto in the cybersecurity space. There's three stocks that I do like in the cybersecurity space. Of course, my favorite one, CrowdStrike, which has been hit by some bad PR. Zscaler and Palo Alto are my three top cybersecurity stocks. Also got hit in the AI pullback. Love the move. Now in the fast lane. No wick at the top of the candle. Volume is okay. Both DPOs are now positive. I do like the move on the stock. I'd like to see it take out the 3-month high, but right now I like the play. Let's go to the next one. Man, Rocket Labs, another AI play. I don't know. I don't think it's AI play. But bottom left, top right, fast lane, 3-month high. Boom. Now, interesting that it is a little bit of an indecision day, showing a doji, but look at the wick at the bottom of the candle. A lot of buying pressure. New 3-month high. Today is a day of indecision. Would I buy it today? I'd like to see a candle a lot bigger than today. But again, another stock where volume is falling. Now, this is about the third or fourth stock where I looked at the stock's price moving up and volume falling. All I'm letting you know is that there's a lot of stuff going on in the market. Again, we're not getting deep into the news, but news has come out in regards to inflation guiding into the week. I think that the market's just slowing down just a little bit. I would keep my eyes. I'm not going to use this as actionable information, but I will use it as a means of having a red flag or a flag to keep my eye on it, but it's in the fast lane. I'm okay with the stock doing what it's doing. Next stock, Rolls-Royce. Now, this I like because I like the space. I like the aerospace and defense space. Why? Because there's a lot of bad things going on in the world, and I don't want to use that as a way for us to make money off of the bad things, but it is what it is. Contracts are being gotten, is that a good word? It's a good word for me right now, in this space, because a lot of munitions need to be replaced, new contracts for planes and trains and automobiles. Not really, but military stuff. I like this space. Rolls-Royce has been an opportunity to take advantage of a low-dollar stock in a hot space. Now in the fast lane, a little bit of indecision today, but buying pressure, I do like it. John says, I bought Rocket on the breakout, been doing real well. Again, folks, these are your stocks, not mine, and I like a lot of these plays, and I want to use the power of the VectorVest software to show you just what I mean. When I look at Rolls-Royce, though, look at the relative, stocks got great upside potential. Low dollar stock with great upside potential with a relative value at 1.57, relative safety at 0.99. I call this more of an aggressive play. Notice that over the last 3 months, never had a sell recommendation. I'm looking at the earnings, positive earnings growth, 36%, double-digit earnings growth right there. I like it. I like that play. I cannot lie. Hey, Becky, look at that stock. It's like one of those rock stocks. They just keep going up and up and up in price. I like that stock, and I cannot lie. These other stocks can't deny. Anyway, let's go to the next stock right here. Yes, this is what I do. This is why I love doing what I do when I help people make money in the market the best way I can. Form in the slow lane, slowly moving out of the slow lane. Nice trending higher. I need a little bit more before I pull the trigger on this. All right. Find the Start Search, Unisearch Pro Trader folder. That's to find the stocks in the Star Search. All right. So I like the move. I'm not sure I like the play just yet. I need more confirmation. Now, I'm looking at relative value, relative safety. Both of those are above 1. Fundamentally sound stock. If you're a little bit more aggressive, you want to jump in early, you can. I'd like to see you get out of the middle lane before you take advantage of it, but I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to be mad at you if you take advantage of it now. Let's go to the next one. Same thing with SVXY. Slowly but surely moving up. A lot of these stocks, the volume is falling off. I just tell you, I'm not going to use it as a means, as action right now, but I will tell you to keep your eyes on it. Do you mean 12 cents higher than the current day's high? Yes, Rahul. If the stock is over $20, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than today's high. If it's under $20, and I'm looking at 5 cents higher than today's high. Let's keep it moving. All right, almost done with these stocks. TQQQ, same thing. I love looking at this. I need a little bit more confirmation. A lot of these stocks, the volume is falling. Very interesting. Boyle. If you look at Boyle, which is the bullish side of natural gas, has been falling, which means the bearish side, or cold, KOLD, has been the main play. Right now, Boyle is trying to get into the fast lane, though, but moving a tad bit sideways. One of the DPOs is positive. The fast one is positive. I'd keep my eye on Boyle. I would keep my eye on Boyle. Let's go to the next one. EQT. EQT, nah, not for me. You down with EQT? Nah, not for me. I'm not feeling it. It tried to make a move out. It's just middling down. I'm not feeling it. It's still in the overall downtrend. EQT, I'm not a fan of it right now. Just looking at it. No fundamentally sound. RV and RS both below 1. I'm not feeling that. Earnings growth negative. Woo! I'm not feeling that stock. That's probably why it's towards the bottom of my list. And MLGO, not at all. 63-cent stock, not doing much of anything except for go down. All right, not doing much of anything except for go down. Now, I looked at these stocks on a graph. If you want to get all of those indicators that I'm talking about, if you want to get your free stock analysis, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to right-click on IESC, and I'm going to go to View Full Stock Analysis Report. It will present for you a report on all of our indicators on the VectorVest software on the stock. You'll see a 3-month graph of the stock along with a 3-month graph of the industry. The industry is on the rise. You can clearly see that the stock is one of the best stocks in the industry, driving the industry higher. We give a recommendation on every stock, the value, intrinsic value on every stock, so that you don't have to be subjected to just looking at PE and what other people say. Excuse me. Scroll down, relative safety. We give an explanation on what every one of our indicators are, and we give writing, whether it's in green, which means excellent, or blue, which is good, or red, which is bad. Folks, everyone in this room has access to a free stock analysis by way of the link going across the screen right here, www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. So if I do not get to look at your stock today, you can go and get this free stock analysis report. Again, folks, it is a free gift to you as a means of saying thank you so much for spending some of your day with us. All right, so with that being said, that was the first tranche of stocks that we wanted to look at. Now, I'm going to give you some stocks that are on my radar that I want you to keep your eyes on. Stocks on my radar. I'm going to bring this up real quick, and some of these are going to be a little bit more aggressive. NVIDIA, Supermicro, TSM, Micron, Dell. Why? Because these stocks have been beaten up. Look at the sell recommendations on these. Is this the right time for these stocks to go back up? A lot of people have made a lot of money on these stocks. A lot of people had FOMO, fear of missing out. You may have an opportunity to jump on board on the next iteration of the rise up on these stocks. So these are stocks that are on my radar that I want you to at least walk away from this session with as saying, hey, that guy did a little something for me today. He gave me some stocks to look at. He gave me some fish to keep my eyes on. So these are my stocks that are on my radar. NVIDIA. Somebody wanted me to look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, right there at the fast lane. Not quite there yet, but I want you to keep this on your radar. SMCI, I already talked about it, but I like that as a radar stock. The next stock, look at all of these stocks are slowly moving from the slow lane into the fast lane. TSM is in the fast lane, down day, wouldn't buy it today, only because it's a down day. Micron on its way up. Again, stock to keep on your radar. These are stocks that have been beaten up. Dell, nicely moving up in the middle lane. I would really like to see these stocks get back into the fast lane, but knowing that the market could be moving higher because of favorable news on inflation, these could be early moves. Now, for everyone who's here, were the stocks on my radar useful to you? Just type the word useful or not. Many of you came here and just thought I was going to look at your stocks, you got an added bonus today. You got two bonuses. One, you got the free stock analysis that we're giving out to you. And two, I just gave you some fish to take a look at. If it was useful for you today, just to stop by, just let me know. Type the word useful. Those are stocks that are on my radar. All right. Now that I've said that, let's go create another list of stocks for you to look at. And we'll start that right now. As you start to type useful in the room, also start typing in your next tranche of stocks that I'm going to take a look at today. Lennar, L-E-N, comma, ServiceNow, comma, HCA, comma. Thank you so much for putting the usefuls in there. That makes me feel good that you came here today and it was not a waste of your time. Because if it was, I'd have to give you your money back. And it was free 99 today. It was free 99. If you didn't like it, I'd have to give you back your money. TFII, comma, CrowdStrike. I think we looked at it, but that's all right. ELF, comma, TAYD, comma, HEPS, comma, TPC, comma, PECO, comma, Verizon, comma, VZ, Glenn, VZ, comma, let's go back up a little bit. Where are we at? Costco, what's Costco? COST, comma, I like PGR Insurance Company, comma, CCJ. You know, as much as I like uranium, it just is not coming to me right now. Defend, ZZ, Top. No, where is it? I ain't got a ZZ. Who gave Neil? I don't have ZZ. Unless you say you're falling asleep. And if you are, sigh. That makes me feel sad. Sad face if I'm making you fall asleep. All right. So here's a second tranche of stocks. All right. Remember, I got you here for an hour. I got more. All right. So this is not it. I got more. All right. So this is our second tranche. Let me go make another list. We're going to call this Customer Picks. Oh, I feel good today. We're going to have Customer Picks 3 today. All right, so let's go to Customer Picks 2. Let's start off by analyzing the stock. We always like to say we can help you analyze the stock in 30 seconds or less. Carpenter Technology, CRS. X in front of it means it's optionable. N means it's the New York Stock Exchange. Trading at a price of 143, value of 109. Definitely overvalued. Doesn't make it a bad stock. Relative value. Here's our fundamental indicators. Good upside potential. Safety above 1, RT above 1, stocks in an uptrend. Everything's good about this stock. So out of the 20 stocks that I just put in here, CRS is at the top of the list by VST. Earnings growth rate of 35%, sales growth of 5%. I like the play. Now, let's look at the stuff that's at the bottom. How about Bar Fresh Foods? Price of $3.38, value of 33 cents. Way overvalued. Fundamentally sound? Nope. Upside potential, not there. Safety, not there. RT above 1, probably news driven. Stocks a hold. It does have positive earnings and positive earnings growth rate, but man, not a good fundamentally sound stock. So you know who takes advantage of this? More of an aggressive trader. Probably news driven, more so than anything, because fundamentally, I don't want to take this stock long term. So I wanted to look at the extreme, the stock at the top of the list compared to the stock at the bottom of the list. And remember, with the master indicator of VST, we can put every stock on the even playing field as well. So we analyzed that stock in less than 30 seconds. Remember, if I right click and go look at View Stock Analysis Report, remember, www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA gives you this free report. Look at this. The value is in red. I can clearly see when I look at the stock analysis report that this stock is grossly overvalued. All right, free for you guys, folks. Again, a gift for saying thank you for stopping by. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. All right, here we go. Let's go graph these stocks real quick. All right, let's put this on a 3-month graph. Why do I look at a 3-month graph? I like looking at a quarter. Why? Because in every quarter you have an earnings report. Earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. I want to make sure that the earnings is included in the analysis as I look at making up my mind in making a decision. Now, CRS, bottom left, top right, not in the fast lane. I'd like to see it in the fast lane before I take advantage of it. Last time it got there, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Now, let me show you something. Again, for people who are brand new, to the channel, if you start and you look at utilizing the VectorVest software, I'm going to show you how to manage a stock like this. Fast lane, fast lane, fast lane, fast lane, closes in the middle lane. That's where you take half off the table. Folks, you're locking in profits right there. What do I do with that half? I leave it off until it gets back in the fast lane. If we get into the slow lane, I take that other half off of the table. Folks, it's great to look at stocks. It's great to analyze stocks, but it's even more important to teach you how to manage your stocks. If you found that useful in being able to give you that information, type a 1 in the room. I love the ability to look at your stocks. I love the ability to showcase the power of the VectorVest software. But I think in this day and age, when you're looking at a stock, it's even more important for the person who's talking to you to show you how to manage the stock. And if that was useful to you, looking at this layout and helping you to manage your stocks that you're looking at, type a 1 in the room, because this right here, bar none, is probably one of the most important things that you have to do. I may be looked at as an influencer, as a YouTuber, but if I don't give you this information, folks, what am I worth to you at that time? All right. Rep says, what indicator is the lanes? It is in the VectorVest system. We're looking at a graph layout called Star Search. That's what determines the lanes right there. It is Star Search. All right, let's go look at I like this play, except for I'd like to see it in the fast lane. If you're already in it and you didn't get out here, you got a little reprieve coming on right here. I'd like to see it in the fast lane, though. Let's go to the next one. Wow, PGR, aggressive. I do like, stocks like Progressive, a lot of the other insurance stocks. Now, it's bad. It's bad that I say that, because insurance is going up hand over fist for a lot of people in this current environment. All right, I ain't trying to get political. I ain't trying to get on my high horse, but I got to a little bit. A lot of the insurance companies are making money because a lot of people are paying a lot more money for insurance. It is what it is. Progressive, fast lane, bottom left, top right. Fast lane, new 3-month high. Boom, gotta love it. You may not like how they're making money, but they're making money. All right. How can I turn on the fast and slow lane? Again, it's in the Star Search layout when you go, when you're in the graphs and you select the graph layouts right here. Star Search is what I'm looking at. Star Search right there is what I'm looking at. Buy PGR to pay your insurance for your insurance. Listen, I'm not going to tell you I like Progressive over anybody else. It is what it is. All right, it's making money. That's all I really, really need to know. Let's go to the next one. Lennar, building. Interesting. Are people building houses or not building houses or mortgages or inventory? Right now, no matter what, when it was in the fast lane, let me help you again. Boom, got in the fast lane. Boom, 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 boom. Middle lane. That's where you would have taken profit, folks. I love this layout. I love the lanes. I love the ability to help you to know, hey, lock in profits. How about here? It actually closed in the slow lane. I would have taken it all off right there. I know a lot of people are telling me that their insurance rates have gone up, but that's why the insurance companies are making money as far as stocks are concerned. ServiceNow, bottom left, a lot more volatility in the play, relative value above 1, relative safety above 1, in an uptrend, fundamentally sound in the fast lane, and it broke through a level of resistance. You gotta like it. Little indecision today, not a lot of volume. Would I take it today? Only if it's 12 cents higher than the high, because it is in the fast lane. I'd really like to see it take out the 3-month high to show me that it's got legs to the upside some more. I find Glenn live stream webinars great, says Lou. Wow, I like that. I like that for all those people that are out there. Janice evidently has heard in my voice, but I asked Joey before we started. I said, Joey, I gotta bring the intensity. And Joey's like, yeah. Glenn, how many cups of coffee did you have today? You are on fire, just blowing and going through all these stocks. Listen, I love doing what I do, and I love the ability to say thank you to VV Nation and give you guys an hour to look at your stocks with nothing else. It's all about you. So I love this stuff. And yeah, I want to bring the energy. Even if you ain't got it, I got it for you. I got it for you. This is what we do here at VV Nation. Do you typically sell Boyle at the end of the day? Lisa, I've been trying, and it's been tough with the days that I have to actually day trade Boyle and Cold. I think a lot of people can make a lot of money day trading those two. I just haven't had the time to sit down and test it out. But I think that you can actually make a lot of money day trading those two. And I know that Janice was looking into it for me. It ain't easy. It ain't, we got days. We got time throughout the days and da-da-da. It's just tough. It's just tough. Glenn has some wine. If I had wine, we'd be sitting back going, hey, how you doing? We're going to look at service now. And it looks great. Mamma mia. That would be wine. This ain't wine. This is Cafe Bustelo, baby. All right, let's go to the next one. HCA, bottom left, top right, fast lane, new 3-month high. Boom. Gotta love it. New 3-month high, no wick at the top of the candle. You gotta love this. These power hour sessions are great, says Bill. Thank you so much. Deborah says, you got the YouTube on your side. There you go. First time here, and I like what you're saying. Thank you so much for that, Richard. I appreciate that. All right. I like HCA. I do like HCA. Janice said, I did it for a while, but you got to babysit it for sure. I know, Janice. That's why I asked you to try to do it, and I appreciate your attempt. It's just been tough. All right. Let's go see what else is going on. Wow, that stock is all over the place. Not in the fast lane. I'd be careful with this. This is strictly a trade. Not something that I would hold long term. The stock is consolidating and just everywhere. I'd be super careful with this. If you're in it right now, you're happy. If you're not in it, I don't know. I could probably find you a much better stock to get into. All right, let's get into Palantir. Woo-wee. How many people love their Uncle Glenn for letting them know about Palantir a while ago? Just type the word yes in the room. How many of you love Uncle Glenn for pointing out Palantir a while ago when the stock was sub $10? Just type a 1 in the room. Glenn's been looking at this stock for the longest time in the AI space. It is a big company that takes data and puts it into useful information globally. More and more contracts are coming to them across the world. Palantir, I'm currently in it. I never want anybody to think that I'm pumping any stock. I've got no vested interest in any freaking stock that's out there. None. But my job is to bring these kinds of stocks to you. And if you're brand new to the channel and you want to get insight on a lot of the stocks that we talk about, you need to subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. Between Ryan and I, we put out a lot of information on a lot of different stocks. If you're not a subscriber to our channel, please consider doing so. This is a stock that we talked about a long time ago. As I said, I'm currently in it, love to play. When would I get out of it? Trading it by way of the star search, I'd look at if the stock got into the middle lane, taking half off the table. But right now, it's just killing it. Watch volume, though, it is a flag. Going to the next stock, Costco. Look at this. Let's look at the power of the star search. Fast lane. Would that have been a good time to take profit right there? Look at that. Would that have been a great time to take profit, take half off the table? Look at that. That's why when I tell you how to get into these stocks or look at stocks to get into, this is so much more important, showing you how to manage these so that you don't give it all back. All right? I'd hate for you to sit there and go, well, it's going to go up. Oh, look at that, it went up, and then that happens. I'd rather you learn to use this from the standpoint of getting out at the right time as well. Would I get into it yet? A little bit of sideways move, even though it's in the fast lane, I'd be a little careful with this, all right? I'd be a little careful with this. If you're in it, leave it alone. If I'm not, I'd like to see a little bit more move to the upside, even though it's in the fast lane. Go to the next one. TPC is on its way. TPC is on its way, moving from the slow lane into the middle lane, but slowing down. Look at the smallness of the bars right here. If you're in it, you're probably making a little some, all right? But I don't know if I would want to be in it yet. The graph is not fully bringing me on board as to whether I'd want to be into it right now. I'm not yet. Goodness, Zeta, bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom, not a 3-month high, but good, googly muggly stock is definitely a buy. Never been a sell for the last 3 months. I like looking at that when I look at getting into a stock. How many times was the stock a sell recommendation? And over the 3 months, it hasn't been. This is a longer term play, 2 to 14 days, something along those lines. I like this play. I cannot lie. We cannot see these kinds of details even when we're in the subscriber week. Yeah, you can. How can you? Bavesh, I'm not sure what you're saying. Everything that I'm showing you comes across if you are a subscriber to the VectorVest software. I'm not showing you anything outside of being a VectorVest subscriber at all. Can you please share your Bollinger Band settings? Absolutely. If we go to the Bollinger Bands, I've got 2 Bollinger Bands. I can't, it won't show me. All right, so my Bollinger Bands are a 20-day look-back period with 3 standard deviations. And my second Bollinger Band is a 20-day look-back period with 1 standard deviation. These 2 right here, that's my 1 standard deviation. The outside bands are the 3 standard deviations. And that is how I get my 3 lanes. That is how I get my 3 lanes. Michelle, there you go. All right, hopefully that helps you out. All right, let's keep it moving. I don't want people to start leaving. All right, we got to keep this moving. HEPS. Coming off this high, trending lower. I'm not feeling the stock right now. If you're in it, you need to consider doing something more. Whether you're protecting it, I don't know. At some point in time, folks, if you're in it and the stock's moving down, you got to make a decision. Only a decision that you can make. And if I'm looking at the graph is telling, let's look at it. Fundamentally, our RV is above 1, RS is below 1. This becomes more of an aggressive play. Earnings per share is positive. Earnings growth is positive. I like all of that, but the stock's price is not doing what I wanted to do. Even though RT is above 1, stock's price is falling. Take a look at that and make a decision. All right, next one. Defend. I think that with everything that's going on in the world and all the fighting, this is a hot space. Not in the fast lane yet, but almost there. This is an ETF that plays the aerospace and defense space. All right, I do like the move. I'd love to see it get in the fast lane. I do like the trend moving higher. If you're going to be a little bit more conservative, a little bit more prudent, let's wait for it to get in the fast lane. If not, I'm not going to say no for getting in. It's a little bit more of an aggressive move if you get into it now. All right, TFII, I'm not feeling that. Off the high, trending down now, very close to the slow lane. I'm not feeling that. CEG, I do like that the Bollinger Bands are pinching, but a little sideways move, I'm not feeling. It's not making me feel warm and fuzzy all over. I'm not feeling warm and fuzzy. I'm definitely not feeling warm and fuzzy on ELF. Remember when ELF was the hottest thing since sliced bread? You remember that? And then it come into some then it was like a blues singer came in and go, oh, my woman left me, my truck died, my dog ran away. That's what this was right here. That was a little bit of a song, a little bit of a blues song that happened. And then he found a new girlfriend, and then all of a sudden they left again. I'm not feeling this. Has got too much drama. You see that a little bit more volatile than I'd like. But I remember when ELF was the hottest thing on the planet. It ain't so hot no more. All right, it ain't so hot no more. I'm just I'm just relaying the information as I see it. That's all I'm doing. All right, that's all I'm doing. That's a sad country song right there. All right, that's all I'm talking about. All right, let's go to the next one. Pico. It is higher than it was 3 months ago in the middle lane. A good day today. I could trade it today, but I don't know if I want to hold. Let me see. Relative value below 1, relative safety below 1. Fundamentally not sound stock. It's got an RT above 1, which means it's in an uptrend, which I can see, but it ain't doing what I want it to do sitting in the middle lane. I'd rather have you in a stock that's in the fast lane. All right, let's go to the next one. Man, uranium should be a hot play. It really should, because with all of the ideas of having a smaller footprint, a smaller carbon footprint, more and more countries are committing to nuclear energy. Uranium should be moving, but it's not. It's not for me to try to figure it all out. Mine is just to tell you I like the move up, but overall I'm not feeling it just quite yet. It's just barely getting into the middle lane. I still like uranium, just not the right time for me to say be in uranium. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's go to the next one. Verizon. Overall 3-month graph, sideways. Overall 3-month graph, sideways. I do like the move. It moved, got up into the fast lane and said, nah, not so much. Gap down, faded the gap. I think that the fadation of the gap will give it more confirmation to get into the fast lane this time. Well, no. The last time it faded, it didn't get there. It's fading again. If history shows, it's going to have a hard time getting into the fast lane. Very interesting looking at the graph historically. Yeah? I'm not sure I like that. CrowdStrike. I like this is one of my top 3 cybersecurity stocks. The bad hit because of what happened with the airlines and Windows and it's a strong stock. Relative value above 1, relative safety above 1, not in an uptrend. The bad PR puts the stock down. I don't think CrowdStrike's going anywhere. It just needs to overcome the hurdle. It's not there yet. I still like it as one of my top 3 cybersecurity plays. It's just a tough play to be in right now. All right, it's just a tough play to be in. What up with Google drop? Time to buy? We're gonna do one more time. So I'm not ready for CrowdStrike yet. BRFH, trending lower. Look at that. Look at the trend over the last 3 months. Currently still below the trend line. I'm not feeling that. It's gyrating back and forth between the slow lane and the middle lane, but overall in a downtrend. Relative value, relative safety, both below 1. Not long-term one. It's a lower dollar stock. I don't know the news. Remember, I'm not looking at any news. I'm just giving you the actual factual data to help you guys make money. All right, I'm not feeling BRFH right now. All right, how much time we got? We're going to do one more. How about this? Here we go. Now, remember, if I don't get to your stock today, you can always go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. Get your free stock analysis as a gift to you for saying thank you for stopping by. Do I trade options? Absolutely, Eric, but I don't talk a lot about options on this channel. We've got some option courses that you can take here at VectorVest. I don't get a lot into that, but yes, I do personally trade options. All right, one last go around. ARM. Intel sold their stake in ARM. That's a big move on that. IIPR. Starbucks, big move for them. They got the CEO from Chipotle. HTHIY? I got that? Who the flying flip is that? Hitachi? Are they still around, Sharon? Wow. Kava, BMY, Bristol Stewart Meyer, NU, New Scale, BMA, I always call that Alabama, OpFi, GOOGL, GAU, that's a good gold play, CMK, ACMR in the AI space, in INSG, what is that? I thought that was Intuitive Surgical, but it's not. Really? I knew as soon as I saw that, before I even looked at the name, that it was U Energy. I knew that, INTC. I'm so mad that I'm looking at that. I'm just telling you, I'm mad that I'm looking at that energy. But I still love you, bro. You liked that Intel I said. I did, Janice. I did. Thank you for that. CDNS, comma, BAM on Intel. What did you, I just put BAM. Market just dropped. Love Hitachi partnering with NVIDIA. That could be a big move for Hitachi. That could be a big move for Hitachi. Going once, going twice, 3 times, sold. The last tranche of stocks that we're going to look at for you guys today. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Now, remember, every time I build a watch list of stocks, it's sorted by VST. So the stock that's got the biggest or best VSTs at top of the list vicinity. Of course, energy, I didn't even need to know. I didn't even need to look. I knew that VEV was going to be at the bottom of the list. I knew it. And it is. All right. I love building a watch list in the VectorVest software so I can quickly see which stocks have the best combination of value, safety, and timing compared to the ones who don't. Remember, VST puts every stock on an even playing field in our database. All right. So with that, let's go peep these out real quick. This will be my last tranche of stocks. Again, if we did not look at your stock today, go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA to get your free stock analysis, folks. All right, here we go. CNK, bottom left, top right, new 3-month high. Boom, I like it. Watch the wick at the top of the candle. A little selling pressure, so it's not trading at session highs, but it did hit a new 3-month high. I like the play. If you're in it, you're fine. If you're not, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high before I get into it. Next stock, wow, Bama, Banco Marco. Love the move. Evidently, this is already here, which means I've been looking at this stock in the fast lane, slowly but surely. I love putting stocks that are on the move into my watch list so that when they do hit the fast lane, bada boom, bada bing, I hit relative value above 1, relative safety above 1. Fundamentally sound, moving up in price. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, it's not a new 3-month high, but definitely in the mood for you to go and buy it. Now, HTHA, I ain't never know, Hitachi. Who gave me this? Sharon. So it's got some news about working with NVIDIA, which could be big for the stock, currently in the fast lane. But I want to show you something by way of candlestick formations. That could be a hanging man formation, which could be a reversal pattern, Sharon, I'm going to tell you to keep your eyes on this, all right? Keep your eyes on this stock. It is in the fast lane. Would I buy it today? No. I do have a lot of buying pressure, but it could be a candlestick reversal. If you're in it, Sharon, be careful. Does that make sense, Sharon? Be careful with it. It's in the fast lane, though. All right, let's go to the next one. Ooh, NU Holdings, another bank moving up. Evidently, you see the line is here. I've already been looking at it. It's in the fast lane. A lot of pressure, selling pressure. Keep your eyes on that. I do like that it's in the fast lane, but it is trading off of session highs today on good volume, though. I do like, let me move that over. It does have some good volumination going on. I do like that. That's a positive sign. I'd keep my eye on that. If you're in it, though, you're probably a happy investor. OpFi, in the fast lane, down day. Wouldn't buy it today. If you're in it, wouldn't sell it today. I'm not going to tell you to ever panic sell. One day down does not make a trend. I do like the move up into the fast lane. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I wouldn't buy it on a down day. I'd wait for an up day. Let's go to the next one. No, not Google. I got to do some research on why Google is doing what it's doing, but that's not good. That is not good. And look at it going further into the slow lane today. After trying to work its way out, it was working its way back to me, babe. Then it fell back in the south. I'm not feeling that. I may need to do a video on the YouTube channel about what's going on with Google, but I'm not feeling it. Out of all of the stocks that have been beaten up and rebounding, Google's not one of them right now. All right, and that is what it is. Relative value, relative safety, one of the best in the database by value and safety, not moving up in price right now. Holy smokes. Michelle, can you explain the combination of confluences we need to see when we're ready to buy, like fast lane, volume, green candle, above 1? All right, I'll do that in a second. That's a great question. I'm gonna do that in a second. Can you explain what exactly we need to see to buy? I'm gonna do that in a second. Watch this. Let me go find my next stock. ACMR. Let's look at this as a possible stock that you were thinking about buying. All right, let's take a moment right here, right now. Let's say, what am I looking for before I buy into this stock? 1, I want to see it rising in price. 2, looking at this graph layout, I want to see it in the fast lane. 3, when I look at the DPOs, the trended price oscillators, I want them both to be positive. Does that make sense to everybody in the room in regards to what I'm looking for in this graph layout to buy? Type a yes or a no. Does that make everybody understand? Type a yes or a no. No matter what stock I'm looking at. Wow, thank you for that energy. Everybody type a 1 in the room. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Type a 1 in the room in regards to the super chat that we got today. But that information in regards to what to look for before you buy, does that help you? Yes or no? Does that help you? Yes or no? All right. So let's go do it for every stock that we come up with for the rest of the day. All right. CDNS. I like to move up. Am I ready to buy it? No. I would like to see it to get into the fast lane before I do so. I'd like to see both DPOs positive. CDNS, wouldn't buy it today. All right, let's go to the next one. INSG, in the fast lane. Lot of selling pressure, though, but it's in the fast lane. Now, I got 1 or 2 decisions to make right here. If I'm looking at the candlestick pattern, I may not be ready to buy it yet. But in the fast lane, both DPOs are positive. Would I be mad at you for buying it? No. Oh, you want to know how to get around that? Well, it's because it's less than $20. I would be buying at 5 cents higher than the high. That gets me past that big wick at the top, right? All right, but I do like it in the fast lane, 5 cents higher than the high. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, Starbucks. Big news in regards to now taking the Chipotle CEO. That's a candlestick pattern known as a bearish harami. I'm not sure I want to take the trade. Even though it may be in the fast lane, couple of things. It's outside of fast lane, which means that it's going to be regression back to the mean pretty quickly, but that's a candlestick pattern that catches my attention. That's a candlestick pattern that catches my attention. I don't think, even based on the news, that I'm ready to pull the trigger on that one right just quite yet. GAU, gold. Watch dollar. If you're going to play gold, make sure the dollar's going down. There's a direct correlation between gold and the dollar. The dollar's got to be going down. I'm not feeling gold just quite yet. A lot of people say, "Yeah, gold's going down." I'm not feeling that just quite yet. We got a graph that we can look at called the Huey to help us determine whether or not it's the right time to get in gold. I like the update today. This is a trader's trade. This is a trader's trade, not anything that I want to hold long term. I'm looking at BMY. Man, coming off the high, falling, faded the gap, which is a positive sign. Down day to day, not thinking about taking it just quite yet. But I keep this on my watch list. I keep it on my watch list and wait for it to get back into the fast lane. Next one, looking at ARM. Big news on ARM. Intel sold its stake on it. Intel sold its stake on it. ARM was on the rise like a lot of other tech stocks that gotten beaten up. In the middle lane, I need that story to work its way through. All right, can we use the MTI on stocks with the bottom? No. Technically, Richard, the MTI can only be used on stock. Can only be used on the market timing graph. Now, I can take the information knowing that the market looking for a top, looking for a bottom, to apply that to a stock. That I can do. But other than that, I cannot put it on a graph with an individual stock. All right, let's go to the next stock. IIPR. It's moving. I can say that it's moving up. It's in the middle lane, just got into the middle lane. I'm not ready to take that yet. I do like the move up, but I'm not ready to take it yet based on the characteristics. Kava. Joey and Ryan and I went to Kava. I don't like it. I found out that I'm a Chipotle guy. I'm a Chipotle guy. That's what it comes down to. I'm a Chipotle guy. I'm not a Kava guy, but I like the play. In the fast lane, both DPOs are up. There you go. I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high. That's what I'm looking for to get in. I would love, and I've got a search that shows me when stocks just get into the fast lane to keep in your watch list to get into. We'll talk about that. Wow, Michelle, thank you so much for that. Gotta love it. Love VV Nation. Type the ones in the room for Michelle's super chat. Thank you so much for that, Michelle. Thank you. Who sold ARM? Intel sold its holdings, I believe, in ARM. I'm going to tell you to keep your eyes on ARM. I know that Ryan likes ARM. He does. Man, I love this. Put Metza on the list. Energy, this is the last tranche of stocks that we're looking at. I'm about 3 minutes over. I do like Kava's play. And again, thank you, Michelle. BAM. Moving up. It is moving up. I'd like to see it fade these gaps. All right. Would I be relative value, relative safety? Not a fundamentally sound stock. It isn't an uptrend, barely. It isn't an uptrend, barely. Earnings growth rate, negative 6%. This is not a long-term play for me. This is not a long-term play for me. Not a fundamentally sound stock with negative earnings growth. Not feeling that. So not feeling that. Etsy is what Glenn would call poopy stock. Well, I like that you guys know my terminology. There's the Intel play. Now, why did Intel sell ARM? Maybe because right now they're poopy. Man, they are so not good. So not good. Wow. Relative value above 1, relative safety below 1. That becomes a more aggressive play. RT is below 1. Positive earnings growth, negative sales growth. I did a story. Intel had an opportunity to invest in OpenAI a long time ago and turned it down. Intel from a semiconductor spot is so far behind the 8 ball and has been around so much longer. I don't know, I'm going to put this on a 1-year graph. Intel to me is like Ford. How does Ford trade so much lower than all of the other major car manufacturers after it's been around for so much longer? How does Intel look like this compared to a lot of the other semiconductor companies? I think something needs to be done at the top management. That's just my 2 cents. There's no way that Intel, who's been a staple in the world, the stock market world, should be trading like this. All right, so I got to say about that. And the last stock for the day, folks, is energy stock. Energy, you redeemed yourself by the super chat because you knew that this was going to look like this. Do I like this stock? No. Definitely in the slow lane. Both DPOs are negative. Relative value, actually, it's got good upside potential. Interesting in and of itself. It's got a relative value above 1, relative safety below 1. I'm not feeling that. All right, Joey, put me on the last screen. Folks, if you enjoyed what we went through today, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. I love having fun doing this for you. No news, no nothing about the Fed, about earnings, about inflation and interest rates, and none of that stuff. This is all about you. And I love that you come here as a means to just get the no-nonsense information. The no-nonsense information about what's going on in the market. Well, not even the market. What's going on with the stocks that you're either trading or considering. A lot of talking heads about out there have ulterior motives. They do. I don't. I want to look at your stock and I want to give you an honest assessment based upon what the VectorVest system does for me. So guess what? It ain't all about my opinion. It ain't all about what Glenn says about the stock. It's all about what the VectorVest system has to offer to you. If you're not a VectorVest subscriber, you can always go to www.vectorvest.com/YT to take out a trial to the VectorVest software. I don't like to sell you anything here. I want the software to do all the selling for you. All right? Take out a trial. Everything that I just showed you, you will have access to. All my new people that are here, I need you all to consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted when new content comes out. For all my regular people that are here, I love each and every one of you, not for your likes, not for your subscriptions, but because I have a vested interest in wanting to help you guys make money in the market. And for all of the people who gave the super chats, thank you so much. It's not expected, but it is appreciated. With that, folks, I got to go. Come join us back here at 2 o'clock this afternoon for afternoon market action, where Ryan and I will do another presentation for another hour on a lot of stuff that is going on in the market. Now you want to know about what's going on in the market and what stories are driving the market. Make sure you come back here today at 2 p.m. Ryan and I will do a live stream for you as well. Joey, thank you for being here in the background for me. Thank you guys for all of the positive support that we had. We had a lot of people here. So with that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all of the people who had too much rain. Praying for the tropics right now who are getting rain as well. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.